Coming up in this read, somebody deeply, deeply in love with you, and they're not doing anything about it because they're too busy running from themselves. Hi Taurus, let's do your October love reading. Please do check out my description box and my pinned comment below if you need any information about me, my decks, or my private readings. Please don't take anything too personally because these are general reads and only some of the reading could resonate for you, especially if you're cross-watching, okay? So you only fit it how it applies, if at all. As always, please do respect the tarot because it does take time for the messages to come out. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Taurus, you've got new beginnings. It's absolutely beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck is movement into balance. Wow. Okay. So a lot of things are changed up with your energy then, Taurus. It's really refreshing to see. It's very, very beautiful energy. New beginnings. So this is an interesting card because you've got the rain and then you've got the nest. You got your butterfly as well and some flowers. So you've got lots going on with this particular energy. So difficult times are coming to an end with that butterfly, right? When you think about a butterfly, it needs to be reduced into a pulp, a bit of a gooey mess, so that it can transform into the butterfly, right? And it's the kind of change that is permanent as well. I mean, you've never heard of a caterpillar that's gone through all of that, transformed into the butterfly, and then reverted back into the caterpillar, right? It just doesn't happen. Growth and ascension doesn't work that way, right? You don't go backwards in your growth. This is permanent. This new beginning is permanent, right? Now, with that rain on the nest, I don't know why I got like nest egg and something to do with damaging your nest egg, damages to your savings, something like that. Again, any sort of financial struggles, they will be coming to an end pretty soon with this kind of energy, okay? Some of you as well, that could be like an investment. So you might have to spend a little to accumulate a lot. Now that of course doesn't just apply to finances, it's just that finances is a good example of that, like speculate to accumulate type thing, okay? Energetically, Taurus, you're being asked to speculate to accumulate. Now whether that is a little bit of finances, say if you're putting down a deposit on a house, well, yeah, you're speculating to accumulate. It could also be about emotions as well, with that being rain, water, emotions. Same thing, speculate to accumulate. Take a chance, take a risk. Specifically, when it comes down to love, all right? I'm picking up on a fear of history repeating itself with that particular energy. And it's indicating that, like, being cautious is absolutely fantastic. Yes, do still remain cautious, but whatever you do, don't self-sabotage, okay? So don't push people away to the point where you're sabotaging yourself, all right? Take a risk on love specifically. Okay, right, so to pull from this deck, you can probably see the deck is just a little bit too big for my hands, so I need to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to do a shuffle through just so that you can see I've not cheated on anything. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Power, grounding and cleansing. So you've got earth and water. Yes, you are an earth sign. You could be dealing with another earth sign, or you could be dealing with a water sign. You could just be really feeling your emotions at this point in time as well. If that's not you, it could be someone else, right? At the bottom of the deck, you've got the scrying mirror and shadow. So potentially being triggered, right? Somebody triggering you, triggering emotions within you. Facing your internal darkness, or somebody has faced their internal darkness and really acknowledged where they made mistakes, how they can fix a situation, or how they can avoid making the same mistakes again. With that one, that tells me that somebody is learning from their past, okay, whether it be you or someone else, right? Someone has learnt from their mistakes. With power, grounding and cleansing, that indicates true, absolute growth, right? Either you have been grounding yourself, or you need to keep yourself grounded and present in the moment. And cleansing, again, maybe you need to do some cleansing. It could be salt baths, smoke cleansing with sage, Palo Santo, anything like that. Or you have been. Or the person that you're dealing with has been or needs to, right? Take it as it resonates. I feel that this is a process though, so I feel that this is someone going through the motions and actually doing these things. It does feel like someone has been very, very practical, especially with witch's hat and power, right? That's really practical energy. So somebody has been doing these things, that they have been, as I say, they've been going through the motions and making sure that they are protecting themselves, that they are maintaining their personal boundaries as well. That's also within the power energy. And being actively responsible for their own health. So that's like physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, all types of health. Someone's being very, very proactive with their health. And that's really, again, it is really refreshing to see people taking personal responsibility. What else is going on here, please, for Taurus? And I will clarify these as well in a second with the tarot, okay? What else is going on for Taurus in love? Okay, oath. Wow. It says, honouring your promises, release those who refuse to be honourable. A promise to do no harm and honour yourself. Yeah, we've literally gone through that taking personal responsibility message, haven't we? Same thing, basically. Choices. Every choice has a consequence. Even thoughts are like magnets for either good or bad, and not making a choice is still making a choice. Okay. Somebody was avoiding an issue, or they were avoiding you. Making a choice. You're being very firm. You're being very decisive. And I suspect that you're dealing with somebody who doesn't quite know what it is that they want. So they'd rather just ignore the issue or ignore their feelings rather than having to face them. So Taurus, you're doing the work and someone else isn't. Someone else is not doing that work. And it does feel, see with that oath, I'm getting the word soul contract with this one. There's a soul contract here between yourself and another. And they're ignoring it, basically. And then you've got the fledgling. A time of learning new things, new growth and new opportunities. And at the bottom of the deck, trapped. Wow, that's a bit back to front. Others have expectations of you, and your circumstances will soon change. So you've got, how have you got the fledgling that came out first, and then that one was hidden at the bottom of the deck? It's back to front, isn't it? It's back to front. It should, like, usually, if we're seeing evidence of growth, it would be that way round. It would be trapped and then the fledgling. because somebody would need to get out of that cage in order to be the fledgling, right? In order to discover their freedoms once more. It's back to front, and that it does feel like that's the person that you're dealing with. You're the one that's doing the work, and they're afraid to, because currently they're like, well, I'm good. I feel comfortable with the way that things currently are, and just not listening to what it is that they're supposed to be doing. Do you know what I mean? Again, we're going to dive deeper into this energy, okay? I'm just pulling the surface level stuff at the moment, okay? We are going to clarify all of this with tarot, okay? What's going on, please, for Taurus Collective in love? Okay, I'll do this deck the same way again, because it's quite a thick stock deck, so it's difficult to handle. There's one. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll take that one. So that was shuffle number 2, and then number 3. Okay. Win or lose, confront, flow, and balance. Okay. So that would be the moon. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancerian, of course. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So that could be Sagittarius, and you've got Sagittarius again with balance, because that's Temperance, number 14. It's number 14, so it's Temperance. Heavy Sagittarius energy here. What's under that one? Success and growth, strengthening bonds, dreams coming true, and change your focus. Okay. Someone. See, again, with that mirror. I think I'm going to leave that mirror out, because I keep getting pulled back into that energy. It's not just shadow, but it's also reflections. You see this? I'll try and show you. So there's a figure. You can see an image of a person in the mirror, right? So it's a reflection. You're comfortable in your own skin, Taurus, because you've done the work. The person that you're dealing with cannot look at themselves in the mirror. It makes them feel uncomfortable, which could indicate to me, and I'm not talking like on a physical level. I'm not talking someone feels uncomfortable with how they look physically. I'm not talking about that, right? It's the energy. Energetically, when they look in the mirror, they don't recognize the person that looks back at them, which indicates that they are living a lie. Somehow they're denying something to themselves, not just their feelings towards you, but it's something deeper. It's something on a deeper level. They're denying their true essence. Okay, because remember again, that's shadow. It's shadow. So it's something that they don't like about themselves, something that they don't want to admit about themselves. So they'd rather ignore it. And because they're ignoring that part of themselves, they're ignoring, as a byproduct of that, they are ignoring how they feel towards you. Because clearly, remember, clearly they're still trapped. Whereas you're the fledgling. You've already freed yourself from whatever these societal traps or entrapments are. You used to be in that cage, but you're definitely not anymore. You're not. Your person still needs to go through that process that you yourself have been through. You made the choice that you weren't going to stay stuck in that cage. You made that choice. You could have a Sagittarius Venus placement or a Sagittarius rising or something like that. It's that desire to be free that's coming through really, really strong. I don't think you're dealing with a Sagittarius. I feel that that Sagittarius energy is coming through strong because it pertains to freedom. An abundance of freedom. Good luck and fortune also. So when your person stops running from who they are, it means that then they'll stop running from you. And this is something that, like, you're not going to be able to do this on their behalf. It's something that they need to do for themselves. Okay? As much as we all wish that we had a magic wand that we could just wave and fix and heal people, you know, it's not a thing. They need to go through that cleansing process that you've been through. They need to do that dirty hard work. On the surface, it's coming out like this person's being lazy, right? But they're not. They're not being lazy. They just don't want to face the pain and anguish that facing themselves will cause. It's a very, very bizarre message. Can you tell us about win or lose, please, for Taurus? What's this about? See how that sword has got a heart on it as well. Someone's afraid of love. They're afraid of love. Confront's right next to it. Tell us about win or lose, please, for Taurus. Win or lose, why is this here, please, for Taurus? Thank you. The Empress. Divine feminine energy. Yeah, so obviously don't get caught up in gender, okay? It's just the polarization of the feminine or masculine principle, right? It's all about nurturing, growth, abundance. It's divine feminine energy. Can you tell us about this Empress energy, please, for Taurus? King of Cups. That's love. This entire read is literally somebody deeply, deeply in love with you. And they're not doing anything about it. Because they're too busy running from themselves. There is clearly a lot of love here. A lot. What they're lacking is the self-love, and that's the bit that they need first. And they're missing it. Can you tell us more about this energy, please, for Taurus? Queen of Wands. I'll tell you what this person's doing, Taurus. They're chasing short-term situations. It feels like they're distracting themselves from confronting who they truly, truly are. That's what it feels like. So this person, for as much as they're madly in love with you, which I can see as clear as day, because they don't want to confront this, who they truly are, they're distracting themselves with short-term relationships. So as an outsider looking in, it looks like they're being a bit of a bed hopper, you know, sort of like sleeping around. It's a distraction tactic, pure and simple. They're doing everything that they possibly can so that they don't have to look in the mirror. And that includes, yes, it does include sleeping around for that sort of short-term gratification. Do you know what I mean? Can you tell us about confront? Thank you. 9 of Swords. Yeah. Everything that they possibly can to avoid confronting themselves. Tell us about flow, please. Tell us about flow. Thank you. The 10 of Coins. So it's like life is happening around them. And while they feel like, yes, they are a part of what's happening around them, they don't feel connected to what's going on around them. They're definitely not playing as big of a part in their own life as what they should be, is what I'm getting with that. And tell us more about this, please. Flow with the 10 of Coins. The Taurus. Okay. Yeah. The shadow side, injustice, has come out off balance. Exactly. So that would be the devil. In this deck, it's the devil. I'm feeling that they're obsessed with how things would look. And you're preoccupied with doing the right thing. It's just the way that that one came out off balance. That's also dishonesty as well. When justice comes out like that, it's someone being dishonest. And the shadow side. The shadow, again, you see this. They're being dishonest about who they really are. They could have set up a home with somebody. They could have had a family or started a family with somebody that they don't actually love. Because it looked good on paper, but they're being dishonest. Shadow side with justice off balance. The infuriating thing about this energy, Taurus, is the very second that they face themselves, they will find that their life will start to flow a lot easier and that they will benefit from that Jupiterian energy, rapid growth, expansion, abundance. They will then find that the things that they're trying to work on, they will grow and thrive. Can you tell us about this oath, please? Thank you. Chariot. I'm feeling with this particular combination, you see, your Chariot, it is about moving on, moving forward. It can be a physical travel as well. It's also about willpower. I feel that they've made a promise, they took an oath. They made a promise to somebody that they would never indulge themselves into whatever it is that they're hiding. Tell us more about the Chariot with oath, please. Perhaps, for some of you, perhaps this individual is super religious. Perhaps there's something like that that's going on. Strength. Again, it is really stubborn energies, isn't it? It is like, I made a promise and I'm going to keep it, even if it hurts. Even if it hurts me in the process, I'm still going to keep that promise. The Six of Cups. They've forgotten about themselves in the process, though. This is the thing. Yeah. Five of Wands. They're definitely living a current lifestyle that they're not happy with, because that's what's expected of them. Got the Empress at the bottom of the deck again. I feel that you have had to resolve within yourself, Taurus, that this person was never going to leave the situation that they're clearly deeply, deeply unhappy with, that they're never going to put in the work, that they're going to live the rest of their lives just basically ignoring who they really, truly are. So I feel that at some point you've made the decision to go, right, okay, do you know what? I can't put my own life on hold. I've got my own shit that I need to be doing. As far as I'm concerned, this soul contract is still open. I've done my part, but they're not doing their part, and I can't interfere with their free will. So it's going to happen, Taurus, if this individual continues to ignore doing the work, i.e. face themselves, and continue with the soul contract that they've got, clearly, that they've got with you. What will happen is, with this double Empress, you're going to be receiving the blessings that they would have received. That's what's going to happen. Because you've done the work and they have not. You're going to be receiving double blessings. You'll be receiving your blessings and you'll be receiving theirs. Yeah, you've got the Lovers under there. Look, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Coins, exactly. It's their loss. It is their loss. It's their loss. So, Taurus, the universe is sending you a new soul contract. That's a new soul contract right there. Because you took your soul contract seriously. And you focused on yourself and you did that work. They didn't. I'd keep an open mind here, Taurus, because I do strongly suspect that you're about to meet somebody brand new. And a new soul contract is going to kick off. What else, please, for Taurus Collective? Moments. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. So you can send that person... You can still send them love, you can still send them positive energy and good wishes and this, that and the next, okay? Commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship and embrace what destiny has in store for you. Yeah. It's under that one. Obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness and deeply. Look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. Obviously, the main obstacle with this particular situation has been you have not been on the same page. So you were forced in a lot of ways to go your own way and to do the ascension work alone for the most part. And it does feel in a lot of ways like you're leaving them behind, but you're not doing it because you want to, you're doing it because you have to. So we see that new soul contract kicking in with this commitment energy. It's almost like the universe is saying, Taurus, take a closer look. Take a closer look. There could well be the new person in your energy right now. Okay, so take a closer look. It's all very mysterious, this read. What else, please? Okay, I have 2 more, please. Thank you. Put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. Yeah, so you've probably been really consumed with, well, what are they doing? Are they doing the work? Have they done it yet? Have they even made a start yet? You know, it's probably been really time consuming. Keeping checks on them to see if they are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. You're giving away your power. You're a badass. Act like it. Yeah. Don't give away your power like that, okay? Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive. Let that shit go. So, because they weren't doing the work, you probably felt like you had let... I don't know how to put this into words, but let down the universe, that you had broken your soul contract with them, you know, just feeling really like a failure, basically, because they refused to do the work. Well, you're being told, look, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, Taurus. You don't get punished for someone else's actions or lack thereof. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all, okay? So you've nothing to feel guilty or like a failure about, okay? This isn't your failing, not even slightly. And then shit's going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. Yeah, I think that's applicable to quite a lot of people at the moment. Shit's going down with your job, just generally feeling really fucking disrespected. Especially those who are working in customer services. Again, keep an open mind with that one. Okay. Right, so we're going to pull 4 zodiacs just to see who it is that you could be dealing with. Right, so you've got Aquarius. I don't know where to put these. I'll just put them there. Right, so you've got Aquarius, Virgo, another Taurus, and Leo. And then we'll pull 12 of these, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, right, let's see what we got. Okay, F, G, I, T, E, R, Q, X, U, C, another U, and an L. Okay, the first word that I'm seeing is cull. So it's time to do a bit of a cull, an energetic cull, okay? So, like, cull anything and everything that isn't in alignment with you, okay? It could be people, like, as in go in no contact with them, that kind of cull. Places, don't visit places that make you feel uncomfortable. It can be way of thinking as well. So you know that whole feeling like a failure because your person refuses and continues to refuses to do the work. Yeah, walking away from that situation, walking away from the guilt and the failure that's attached to that, okay? Because you're not a failure. You've got git as well. Someone acting like a complete and utter git. I know we've got a letter missing here. We've got an A that's missing, but that would be fear. They're allowing their fear to make their decisions. I'm seeing lit. things are lit for you, Taurus. Things are gonna go really, really well. Better even than what you had anticipated. I'm seeing Q. So right on cue, your new soul contract begins. Right on cue, not before it's time. I'm seeing flit as well. The word flit. So that's like a moonlight flit, a quick escape, that sort of thing. So yeah, this person, they really are avoiding you, aren't they? Or you're avoiding them. Moonlight flit. Like, that could also be somebody sort of like running away from the home, like making their escape. Moonlight flit. We've got another one as well. We've got a CTG. Isn't that like a monitor? Like a heart monitor to monitor your baby's heart rate when you're pregnant? A CTG. Somebody could be pregnant. That could well be a thing. Could be having a girl. Baby girl. Okay, so anything else that you can pick out from that, Taurus, then obviously that would be the message for you, okay? I mean, these can also just be like people's initials and stuff. Like if you can get names and stuff out of that. Just anything that you intuitively can see out of these letters, then that's ideally what you should run with, okay? So always follow your own intuition. So yeah, that is what I have for you, Taurus. If you would like to book a private reading with me that is more catered towards your specific needs, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.